Hi guys, this is Ciao Bella Roses and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I am enjoying my day, and can you guys believe it's almost Thanksgiving already? Hope you guys will be cooking up a storm. I'm gonna try my best to do the same, and I'll let you guys know what I came up with. But so far guys, this is my kitchen. That's what I will be working on today. And before I go any further, I just want to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I'm almost up to 50 subscribers. Can you believe it? Almost there guys, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for the love. And like I said, I'm gonna work on my kitchen. These towels I picked up at the thrift store, $5. There was like 17 pieces in it. It said peel and stick, and I was happy to grab them. You know, that's an easy DIY to do. But when I got home, there were real tiles, real glass tiles. Okay, so I'm gonna work with it. And you know, you're gonna need grout, blah blah blah, stuff like that. I had none of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for my handy dandy glue gun. But it's a rental apartment, you can't do too much. But I think in the end he'll really appreciate it. I'm upgrading his apartment, right? So I had put these fixtures up to hold my utensils and stuff, so I'm just gonna take these down and start with my tile and stuff like that. I'm gonna spray paint these containers in white so it could contrast with the tile that I got. So I'm just gonna get my area prepared for applying these tiles. I'm gonna measure the area. And Roses, you just wanna make sure when you're doing any kind of project like these, as long as it requires for you to have a straight edge, you wanna measure twice and cut once. Always measure twice, cut once. So I'm just gonna measure this area to make sure it's nice and straight. And here I have my tape measure, and I'm just gonna measure from the top little ledge area there down to where I want to start. Okay, so I got my first tile up. Thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But I'm just gonna continue. It all goes up the very same way. So I'm just gonna continue to do these with my glue gun, and it dried so fast. And if for whatever reason, rental reasons or whatever, you want to take these down, you could just use your blow dryer to heat the glue up and take it down, paint it, and you're done. But I don't think you want me to take it down. You will really appreciate this. So let's get to gluing. So I got two pieces up guys, and you want to make sure you're following all your straight lines that you had measured. And the fact that I thought this was peel and stick, I did not stop to get a tile cutter, and obviously there's gonna be a lot of cutting in this job. And it's like what, 3 in the morning, and obviously Home Depot is closed. So first thing in the morning, I'll run to Home Depot to see if I could find something to cut the towel, preferably something NL, you know, like a little pliers or something like that. I wouldn't want to branch off into any bigger tool because it's not like I will be doing a lot of tiling anytime soon. It's just for this. And I have enough tile guys where I am gonna also put some on the area over my stove. I think they had put like floor tile there, and it's always bugged me. I just didn't like the look of it. So with this area and the area on my stove, it should tie all the kitchen together and make it look like nice and cohesive. So now is the fun part of this DIY. I am gonna be cutting out these pieces, actually kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm gonna piece these in, not individually, but as much as I can get in at any given time to fill in the areas. Said tomorrow I'll run and get a tile cutter so I could continue with like the corners and stuff like that that need smaller pieces. So this is what it's looking like so far, and like I said guys, it's literally like jigsaw puzzle. So those are the pieces I cut out, and I'm just gonna add my glue to this and apply it to the wall and continue in that same manner all the way around the wall. So just continue and stay with me guys, and please subscribe to my channel and remember to hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of every single time I put a new video up. And I'm gonna keep telling you guys because I appreciate it so much. I'm almost up to 50 subscribers to all my oldies but goodies. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. Yay! So this part of the video guys might seem a little bit tedious to some, but you just gotta go for it guys. It's just like cutting out the little pieces, trying to get it in a corner, and it was kind of satisfying cutting and seeing that it fits and stuff like that. It was really satisfying at that hour in the morning. It was so quiet, and I got burned several times, and yeah. So I'm gonna finish that part off, and only thing left is the little areas that I need the tile cutter for. But guys, I got so much done, and along the way doing this DIY, I found that I had some floor tile that I had it to the bottom of the glass tile, and it matches so well with that. So I'm gonna apply that to the bottom and also to the top, which you'll see in a later part of the video, but it's coming out so nice. I am so in love with this, and at first I wasn't gonna do that little top area there, but it just looked messy, so I'm gonna put all that parts in, and yeah, I am loving this. Guys, please comment down below, tell me what you think of this DIY and if it's something you would take on. And peel and stick, they do have the glass tile. I saw it at Home Depot when I went to get the tile cutter. They do have this very same glass tile with the peel and stick in the back. So don't be deterred by this one, guys. This was just, oh, I did it because I got it at the thrift store. But if you want to take this on, go to Home Depot, buy the same glass tile with the peel and stick on it. Okay, it's more durable than the one at Walmart, which is plastic. And yeah, look how beautiful that is looking. So now it's the next day, and I got all my tiling up for that area done. So I'm just gonna clean this area up, and there's this space right there where I put that vase. It's just a big gap, and I know I could have more counter space, and this is the perfect chance to do so. So I found this piece of plywood in the garage, and I'm just gonna clean it off. It was like so dirty. I'm just gonna clean it off and measure and cut. Measure twice, cut once. So to put my piece of plywood up and make sure it's strong and not gonna fall apart, I have to cut some little reinforcement pieces to add to the bearing wall right there. So I'm gonna add these pieces of wood that are like scrap pieces from another piece of job I did, and I'm gonna apply this using screws and glues to make sure it's strong. You want to make sure it's strong onto the wall, and then when you put stuff on it, it won't fall down. You want to make sure it's strong, okay? So this is what the reinforcement pieces is looking like. And I'm also gonna add this long piece of strip on the opposite side, and that will definitely hold it in place, okay? So I'm just gonna place my plywood in the area to make sure I cut accurately. So if I did cut it too big, I could, trim a little piece off. And definitely you can't do nothing if you cut it too small. You will have to go back to the drawing board and cut another piece. So I'm glad I did a good job. It was just a little bit off in the edge right there, but no problem. You could use some filling to fill that in. And I'm just gonna check to make sure it's level with my, my level. And definitely you wanna sand this down because this was like raw plywood. So yeah, definitely sand that down. You don't want no splinters getting in your fingers or stuff like that. I also added a lip to my plywood to match with the existing counter, just so it looked nice and cohesive. And I'm gonna do the same with the back area there by the pipe, just to bring everything together. And I'm gonna use liquid nail to do the filling on the side right there between my plywood, the countertop, and the wall. So guys, what I have here is the shavings from the plywood when I cut it, and I'm gonna put some liquid nail into that to make a filling for my little gaps on the sides. But if you don't have any gaps or anything like that, you could skip this step. So I'm just gonna apply my wood filling that I made in this area here, and it actually does work. So if you have any type of DIY you're doing and you run out of wood filling, you could just do this, if you have shavings, that is. And then I'm just gonna go over the top with only the liquid nail, and that should hold it in place real strong, okay? So this is what it's looking like so far. And while I was out looking for my tile cutter, I stopped in at Walmart and I picked up this marble contact paper. And you all know where this is going, right? I will be covering my countertop. And to all the videos, I want to just thank you for making me think this was a easy job to do, not showing me behind the scenes of how hard it is. It was a painstaking, back-breaking hours of applying, reapplying, smoothing, unsmoothing, cutting, and all that stuff. But guys, I got it done, and I took you all through it. Yes, I sped it up, but you will see the behind the scenes of all this applying of a contact paper. Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, it's not as easy as they make it seem. But if you want to take this task on, just know you got to have a whole bunch of patience, some coffee, depending on the time of day you're doing it. Maybe you want to stop to have lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever it is, to do this job, okay? It's not as easy, but I got it done and it came up beautiful. That's the most important part, okay? So what I'm doing here is just to cut out what I need. I find that if you just cut out the pieces that you need in smaller portions, you get to work better with the contact paper. So I'm just gonna cut out what I need, and of course you want to cut extra, you don't want to cut it exact. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut the paper and then apply it to the countertop, and I'm just gonna fold it in some areas just to make sure it sits nice and smooth in the corners. So guys, after working on this one little area for about 20 to 30 minutes, I finally got it down. And it actually got easier along the way after applying that very first piece. Trust me, that first piece was killer, okay? So it got easier. I got all my cuts down, my folds right.
One hour later.
From there on, it was just smooth sailing. It was just a matter of getting my cuts accurately and smoothing out the contact paper onto the countertop. Also, I overlap the contact paper onto each other. That way there will be no seeping of any water of any type under the contact paper onto the counter, because, you know, that's gonna be like, you know, ew. For the areas just by the sink, the little edge in there where the sink meets the counter, I actually cut that twice. The first cut, I made it onto the sink itself and then remove that piece, which is the piece you're seeing now. With that out of my way, I add more visuals so I could do a more precise cut by the joining of the sink and the countertop. I find that doing it that way, you get a nice, clean, accurate cut and no jagged edges and stuff like that. It's right down there in the groove of the sink, nice and smooth. So now I'm on the other side of the countertop, and right where you see the spray hose right there, you want to cut around that before you start peeling your contact paper off to make sure that little area there is cut accurately around the sink area, and then move on from there. So all that I have left to do is to fold my edges under. I glued it down with some glue stick because there is like raw wood on the outer edge of the cabinet, so the contact paper wasn't sticking to the raw edges, so I had to use a glue gun to hold that area down. And that's it for the countertop, guys. And this this is what it's looking like. I am just loving how this came out for a first timer. I am loving it. And for the little edges around the sink, even though it's a rental apartment, I did not want no water seeping under, so I used this caulking to seal the area between the sink and the contact paper. And I also put the caulking on the areas that I joined so that no water or anything like that will be seeping under it. With the countertop done, I'm just gonna finish off the areas that I need to fill in with the extra tile. So all of the stuff I have here at home, all I needed was the tile color, which I got at Home Depot for $9.99. Not bad. So guys, I'm just gonna mark the area that I need to put my tile in, cut it with the tile cutter, and it has a sharp wheel on it, so I put a piece of tape to get a straight edge like that, and then I glide the blade over it once. You could do it twice, guys, but you might not get a straight cut the second time. So just glide it over the area once and snap. And there you go, a straight cut for your tile. Then I'm just gonna apply with the glue gun, and that's it. I'm just gonna continue with all the rest, going all the way around. I have like 3 different areas to do these little patchwork to. So this side is on the opposite side of the counter. So I'm just gonna do the very same thing with this side. I'm gonna show you how I measured and cut my piece of floor tile to fit this area here, and also add in my little extra tiles that need to go in the corner. So I used my Sharpie to line out the area that needs to be cut, and I did that cut with my jigsaw, and I'm just gonna apply the 2 pieces onto the wall with the glue gun, and I don't know what I would do without a glue gun. And you guys might be wondering why I'm not going all the way across with the tiles. That's because my pantry goes right back in that area, and that's the only part that will be showing is the part that I tiled. So it just made no sense to go straight across when it won't be showing. guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, please leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of every single time I put a new video out. And I'm almost up to 50 subscribers, guys, and that's because of you guys, my oldies, my newbies, my viewers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the love. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Just loving it, just loving it. So this is foam board that I picked up at Dollar Tree with some popsicle sticks, and this I'll be using for the area over my stove. And I'm just gonna lay the tiles on this the very same way I did it onto the wall. And I'm gonna do these like singly because I didn't want to do too much cutting when I get to the edges, but if I have to, I will. And I use the foam board so it could be mobile, you know, I could move it if I want to. You know, like I said, it's a rental apartment, so I didn't want to make anything permanent at all. So I added some singly and I added some by the whole 12 by 12 tile, and then I cut the edges, but I really didn't want to do that because it was too much work. But this is what it's looking like, guys, the before and after. Look at the difference, and I am just loving it with that fall wreath, and I can't wait to see how this will look with my Christmas decorations. I can't wait. Just loving how all the colors came together. The back wall here is looking so totally different from what it was looking like before, and this should tie in with all my decors coming up in the future. This area here over on the sink, this is looking beautiful. The marble countertops, the silver, white, and gray in the backsplash, my turquoise color, the burgundy in my vase. Everything is just looking so cohesive. I am just loving it, and I can't wait for Christmas. My Christmas decoration should look beautiful with this. So guys, if you're digging what I did with the kitchen, please leave a comment down below, like, share, and definitely subscribe to my channel. I have some good videos coming out, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of every single time I put a new video up. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are inspired to try this, okay?